wanted to ask you, Rob, what did you make of Darwin Nunez today?
See, you know me, I'm one of his biggest fans, but I think that chance where he should have got the shot off. That's the difference with him, Haaland himself. Haaland only needs that one chance. Nunez needs 2-3 chances. It wasn't his best game. I think he kind of zoned in and out of the game. I think he deserves to come off when he did come off. His link-up play with Salah was decent, as it has been most of the season, but he just kind of had a passenger's game. He kind of went through the motions. I didn't think he had a bad game, but then I didn't think he had his greatest game. So it was. If I had to score out of 10, I'd give it a 5. Literally, I think it was just quite an average performance, to be fair.
I thought that was the part that got wrong. I thought that was the part that Klopp got wrong today. I wouldn't have started.
Because you wouldn't have started him. I remember you saying.
I would have went for Gakpo, because I think Gakpo, when he came on, albeit it was in centre mid, which I still don't get. He's not a centre mid, but he was showing the quality on the ball, quality under pressure. I thought that what we needed to do today was, and I'm sure Rita can back me up here, I thought Rodri was so good today in terms of just anytime he tried to put a little bit of pressure on, the ball ends up at Rodri, and then all of a sudden it's at City's wide players and they bypassed everyone. Gakpo would do a much better job than Nunez did at stopping the ball, at least getting into Rodri. So he blocked the lane, and then they'd have to go through other avenues, which would have in turn allowed the press to last a little bit longer. I thought Nunez today was really poor off the ball. Really, the pressing wasn't there. The blocking the passing lanes wasn't there.
No
and you can sort of offset that when he provides in the big moments. But I thought attacking wise, the decision making wasn't there. I mean, I got criticised. I don't care. I know I love Nunez as much as the next person, but when he needs to be criticised, he should be criticised. And today, the decision making was wrong in the final third, and the quality in the final third was wrong. The big one that stood out to me was the 3-on-3. When it's him versus Diaz, Jota up against Walker, and Salah up against Ake, and he's took it too far and then passed to Salah. If you take it as far as you took it, you've got to shoot. If you take it as far as you took it, you've got to shoot, or you've got to pass it earlier and let Salah get to Ake one-on-one in a better angle. Because when he passed it to Salah, Salah was practically like, there was nothing for him to do in that situation. He was always going to lose the ball. In moments like that, that's where I sit and look at Nunez and go, I need something else. And I just looked at today as a game for Gakpo, and I don't know what, City fans, I don't know what everyone else thinks. I thought that when Gakpo came on, he showed me why I wanted them playing. And I thought a lot today, especially, was there was just too big a gap between the front line and the midfield at points. We were giving the ball away so much, trying to progress it up there, that I thought if you had a Gakpo in there who would sit and be a good link-up piece, you'd get more out of Szoboszlai because he could actually have the time to get forward. You get more out of Gravenberch especially. You'd get more out of Jota. You get more out of Salah, just because they don't have to sit. There's not so long waiting for the pass and everything. I just thought that was the big selection decision that I think was the mess up today. And
I think Gravenberch should have started.
Do you want to say?
I think Gravenberch should have started.
Yeah, I had him to start, Samuel. One thing I do want to say, and Samuel, me and you have spoken about this many times, I have to give credit to our defense, because I've said I feel our fan base have, Samuel, if I get things wrong, I would admit I get things wrong, but I've said I feel our fan base has overrated our defense. I feel like it's solely, yes, BVD has got back to a great level, never get back to his peak, but he's got back to a great level. But I feel like it was solely Alisson the reason why we had conceded the least amount of goals alongside Arsenal. But today it was the opposite. It was actually our defense and Alisson the one having a bad game. So I have to admit I underrated our defense, and I just want to give them a lot of credit because I got that wrong. And they've showed me today that they actually have been a good defense this season.
I'm not saying our defense is the best in the league or anything else like that. What I was trying to say before was that our defense is not as bad as people made it out to be. Because when I was looking at it, I was thinking, all right, other teams are getting chances, but we don't have a DM. So look at this Liverpool that's doing this now. Imagine if we get a DM.
I thought McAllister was very good today. I just want to say,
I thought
today was McAllister's best game in a Liverpool shirt. I thought he was brilliant everywhere he needs to be. We know he's not going to be this defensive stalwart that a Rodri or a Fernandinho or a Fabinho in the past have been, but on the ball today, I'll be honest, there's games where I'm quite happy to see us build up from the back. Today was not one of them. I was panicking so many times that we were trying all these slow passes out the back, but McAllister today, a player who's been caught in possession a couple of times, I don't think he ever got caught today. I thought he was brilliant on the turn. I thought today was one of his best games. In the second half, he showed a bit more of that defensive quality. He was stopping the counters, very good from him.
Yeah, even off the ball. That's what I was going to say. He mastered the dark arts. He was creating fouls when he needed to, tugging players back, holding on to the ball when he needed to. I think he was quite a shithouse today, and you've got to big up McAllister on and off the ball. So yeah, I think he needs his broadness.
And I quickly ask this.
Go on. Of course.
I think Pep needs to be criticised today because of the fact that he didn't make changes when he needed to. Because you saw Klopp make changes and it slightly did affect the game. I feel like Pep should have made changes just to make it a little bit different. But I'll leave it to the City guys. What do you think?
I think Klopp had to make changes because Klopp fluffed it from the start. His Klopp's starting 11th, he messed it up completely with the whole formation and trying to. He was playing somewhat of a makeshift 4-4-2. He wasn't playing 4-3-3. He wasn't playing 4-3-3.
What do you make of does Pep deserve criticism, Pete?
No, I'm not gonna criticize Pep because of the available players on that bench, man. Like honestly, Professor was going through the list. We had 2 keepers. Phillips hasn't been up for it, and this is against Liverpool. I'm not trusting him, even we're 1 goal up to close out this game. Unfortunately, he hasn't been up to it. And then we've got Sergio Gomez coming back from injury. We're not going to trust him again. Another defender. We got Rico Lewis, another defender. We would never just bunker down and just try to hold you guys off. So the available players to be subbed on, they weren't there, unfortunately. Nunez, Kovacic, we didn't have them. Grealish, we didn't have them. All right, so they weren't on that bench. I'm not gonna kill Pep for it. And
who do you bring on? Who do you bring on? Like exactly. In terms of attacking wise, like. If we were losing a game, there was no one to bring on. And this was crying. Grealish was not there. Nunez was not there. Kovacic. But is Nunez the guy ready yet?
What about in your academy? What about is there no young striker or attacker in your academy that you could have
Oscar Bob could have been brought on, but it would have been again, it's not where I think we needed the change. We needed the change centrally on that pitch.
Yeah, well, so that's why I think you should have. John Stones was on the bench, right?
Yeah, he's not fully fit. He just came back.
Yeah, if you're on the bench, you're fit enough to play a part. Bring it. If you'd have come on for the last 20 minutes, you'd have won the game.
No, the reason.
How long has John Stones actually been back? How long has John Stones been back?
No, he's not been back. This is his first game, and he was supposed to be back.
Was he not back against us?
No, then he got injured. Did
he get injured again?
Yeah, he's been injured. He's been out again. There's a few more super chats here. Sarim says Jota injured again. Should cut our losses. Yes, in my opinion.
No, he's our second top goal scorer this season. Why would you want to get rid of 10 goals by November?
He's our most natural finisher as well. You can't cut your losses.
I'm going on a little bit right. This is why I'm so confused by certain sections of the fan base who go, now we need to sell attack. We've been crying out for depth. In this very stream today, we've been looking at rival teams going, we don't have enough depth. We have that depth, and now we're sitting there going, we should get rid of it. We should cut our lot. What losses? What he's got us like 50 goals for Liverpool. He's fine. Let's chill.
Yeah. Out of 3 title contenders, 2 faltered so far. All eyes on Arsenal. Well, Arsenal have the chance to go top now today if they win away at Brentford. So all eyes will be. I'm sure everyone watching this stream, everyone on the stream will be watching that game at 5:30.
Terry, sorry, I know you're an Arsenal fan, but what do we know Arsenal to do under pressure? I'm just saying.
Hey, what's the bro? Listen, don't worry, man. We can do our job. We can do our job, man.
So Pep asked the players to fake injuries during the international break for a draw. What a win for City. A bit of salt there. If we go top after this weekend, did we have a better start to the season than last season? I think so. Arsenal means business in a tougher league than last year. It's funny, really. There's someone I know that I'm not going to name them. I'm going to wait till I cook them on a show next week. But they said that the reason that Newcastle are struggling this year or been struggling is because they're dealing with like 2 major competitions and they're finding it hard. But yet Arsenal are pretty much going to be through to the next round of the Champions League and could be top of the Premier League. And he says they've done crap so far this year. And it's like the logic doesn't even make sense when they're both going through the same thing in all lessons. So there's a free kick here in a good position to Chelsea. I'm just going to watch it before I continue talking. Hurry up and take it. You're getting on my nerves. Who's taking this?
Hey, Terry, I want to say thanks for having me on the show, man. I got to
No worries, bro. We're coming to the end now. I just want to wait for this free kick.
Take care, fellas.
Could it be 1-1? Could it? Oh, it is! Oh,
damn it.
What a goal! Raheem the Dream Sterling.
Wow.
Raheem's
Wow, 1-1. My 3-2 is on for my golden goals, you know. My 3-2 is on, bro.
Terry, man's 1-1 for golden goals. I need it to stay.
You need to stay that way. Remember, listen, I'm telling you this now, but MGM, it's an amazing game. Never have to deposit any money, never have to pay to play. And if you win, it's 2 million quid. 2 million quid. If you haven't signed up yet, I don't know the rule. Yeah, listen, it is what it is. You got to get yourself signed up.